Hey guys, my name is Arno and I'm going to be showing you how to create a website like a pro. And this is for anyone who has zero experience with coding, zero experience with tech, and they're just willing to learn. So if this sounds like you, just sit tight, grab a pen, a notebook, go through this tutorial, and by the end you'll have a clear understanding of how to create a website. I'm going to be going over my personal framework of how I create websites for myself and my clients. And this is coming from someone who had zero experience to now creating over 20 websites. So let's get started. I'm going to go over a quick presentation showing you how to build your website step by step. Talking a little bit about my experience. I am a self-taught web designer. I learned web design by taking courses, watching YouTube videos, and just going out and testing things by myself. And I've been doing web design for over 4 years, and I've built over 30 websites. And to put that into perspective, that's about a new website every 2 months that I've created. And I've worked in various industries like e-commerce, restaurants, hotels, construction, health coaching, consultants, and so much more. I've worked with international clients in the US, Canada, and Rwanda, and I've also worked with the ISBDC. I'm currently located in Illinois, so the ISBDC is the Illinois Small Business Development Center, and they provide a lot of resources to new business owners and to entrepreneurs in general. A little bit about my journey. Started learning about web design in 2020 during COVID. I had a t-shirt brand that I wanted to start. And to be able to sell my t-shirts, I had to create a website because during COVID, you couldn't meet people face to face. So I had to figure out a way to create my website and start selling online. And to do that, I thought that I needed to learn how to code. The first thing I did was go on YouTube and start watching tutorials on how to code. And this was very slow and painful. After a couple months, I knew that there had to be another way. This is how my coding looked like, and this is how my first website looked like. It was very hard to align the text, put in images, and it looked very like clunky. And a couple months later, I discovered WordPress. So with WordPress, you didn't need to learn how to code. You could just buy a template. You do not need to hire a developer. You could have your website in a secure place because if I was the one coding, some 12-year-old kid would probably be able to hack my website and steal my information. With WordPress, it was a bit simpler and more secure than if I had to do everything coded from scratch. And with this, I could also accept payments and I didn't have to wait 6 to 8 months to actually code my whole website. And my website went from looking something like this to a bit more cleaner like this, where I could actually import my products and everything I needed. But there was also another game changer. That's when I discovered the no-code website builders. So these no-code website builders are tools that allow you to design a website without having to write a single line of code. And these are very low cost. They have a fast turnaround. They allow collaboration. So if you want to work with multiple people in different places in the world, you can do that with these website builders. They'll have support and they allow integrations to allow payments, chat box, a newsletter, subscription, and so much more. And this is actually what allowed me to create over 20 websites in the last 3 years. Some examples of these no-code website builders are Shopify, Wix, Square, Squarespace, Webflow, Cart. There are tens or hundreds of more of these website builders. That's why it's very hard to decide which one to go with. All these website builders are able to build whatever type of website, but some are just a bit more geared towards a certain industry or a certain business type. So for example, if you provide a professional service, I'd recommend using Wix. If you have food and beverage business, I'd recommend using Square or Shopify because they have a POS system that allows people to pay at the location. If you have a real estate business or health and wellness business, I'd recommend Wix. If you have an education or selling courses, I recommend Kajabi. So if you go through this list, you'll see that there are a lot of different use cases for this website builders. Before getting started, I have a quick checklist that I go through. This is what I give my new clients or anyone who's trying to build their website. Some of the essential things you'll need are first, a business name, and second, a logo. If you don't have a logo, you could always use some tools like Canva that provide free graphic design tools to quickly create that logo for you. And third, what are you selling? Is that a product or a service? Number four, I recommend people to create a list of 3 or more different websites of other companies that are doing something similar to you. If you are a hairdresser, you can find 3 other hairdressing salons and check out their websites. Or if you are a dentist, I recommend looking up 3 other dentists in your area and taking a look at their website. The reason for this is you're able to see how they lay out their websites, the things they include, what type of forms, what type of languages, what type of photos or videos they have. And you can pick up the things that you like or the things you don't like about their website. And then you're going to use all that information and all that data to build your own website. And lastly, you have to figure out what is the end goal of your website. Is it to sell a product? Is it to sell a service? Is it to get leads? Is it to schedule an appointment? This helps you narrow down and design your website a bit more efficiently. Once you know what you're providing, what you're selling, and also what you want the end goal to be, it makes creating a website very easy and fast. Before we get started, there are 8 essential sections of a website. Number 1 is the header. The header is the first thing you see on the website. So usually it has a logo on the left and menu items on the right. This is how some of these headers look like. For example, Starbucks has a logo on the left and their menu items on the right, and some of the others here. Or Nike, they have their logo on the left and their menu items in the middle. You can always kind of lay out these things how you want or how you prefer, but you always want to have your logo at the top and menu items at the top as well. The second section is called the hero section. This hero section is where you talk about what you do, why you're different, the key benefits, and how to get started. So you have your main header here, like a slogan or what you do, and an image here, or maybe a background image as well. Some examples here are for Apple. You can see that they have a background image and their call to action is to watch a film. Or for Netflix, their call to action here is to type in your email and get started. So the hero section is where you can talk about what you do and how to get started. Number 3 is the feature walkthrough. You talk about the 3 main features or main solutions that you provide and also give it a short explanation. I usually recommend to only highlight top 3 that are most popular or that you think most people will be interested in. And if you have more, you can always link a button to another page that has all your products in one place. So an example is LinkedIn here that they have 3 of their benefits. So for example, it's getting personalized AI advice or getting help with enhancing your profile or reaching out to people. So you want to have just 3 short solutions that people would be interested in. Number 4 is the benefits. You're going to talk about what the end goal of your solutions to your client. You wanted to give the benefit in a short description as well. For example, this is the site for Uber. The benefits are that you get a base pay, you get tips and promotions. So you want to have 3 sections. If you have more benefits, you can always add a button to link to another page to show a more detailed explanation of everything. So number 5, it's optional. Some people like to show their pricing. Some people do not want to show it. This is an optional section in your website. This is an example from Shopify. They usually have 3 payment options, 3 tallies, and you can select which one you prefer. You just want to highlight what's included in each tier and a way to get started. So here you can just get started for free. Number 6 is social proof. You always want to show that people have tried and tested your products. And you also want to show that whatever you do has results. Testimonials are a very important piece of your website. Your testimonial piece could be just like an actual review. It could be the name of a company that you work with if you are a B2B business. These are some pictures from Gainful. They are a protein brand. You can see that they have a picture of the users and their review and what they ordered, or they have a review and the name of a company like Forbes, or it could just be pictures of different people who have used your products. Social proof is just a great way to show that whatever you're providing has results and that people have tried it, they trust you, they believe in you, and that whoever is going to be your next client, they shouldn't have to worry about it because whatever you're providing works. Number 7, you want to have your call to action or your CTA. This is usually a form with asking for your name, email, or phone number, or another way to get started. And an example is Uber. These are some examples from Uber and Netflix. So you can just type in your email and sign up. So this CTA is a very short form just so you can reach out to your customers after they have already went to your site and they're requesting more information from you. Lastly, you want to have a footer. A footer is very similar to your header, but it's just at the bottom. You also want to highlight your logo menu items. The slight difference is that most people also like to include their social media accounts at the bottom. These are footers from Coca-Cola and Chase Bank. You can see that they have their logos, the different menu items, and then also links to their social media accounts. I hope this short presentation helped. As I talked about, there are a lot of different website builders. In my experience, Wix is the best overall website builder for any business, no matter if it's e-commerce, product, service, courses, wellness, whatever type of business, Wix is going to be a great tool for you. It's very user-friendly, affordable, and easy to manage. So as a quick reminder again, once you start your website, you want to figure out the purpose of your website. Is it selling a product? Is it selling a service? Is it sharing information? So you got to decide what that purpose of your website is. Second, you got to figure out how many pages you're going to need or what you want to include on your website. So is it going to be a home section, about section, shopping section, services, contact? Grab a pen, grab a notebook, and write down everything you want to include on your website before you even get started with design. Third, you want to think about the style of your website. You want to think about what brand colors do you have? Do you have your logo here? And what's the overall vibe that you want to have for your website? You can create a Google Doc like this or use Notion to write down and organize all your ideas in one place. Step number 2, I like to use a very simple and user-friendly platform, and this is why I'm going to be recommending Wix. Wix is my personal favorite, and I feel like it's the most flexible out of all the different website builders out there. You're going to need to get a domain, but we can actually do this later on because Wix has a way to integrate your domain with their platform. And for hosting, Wix also has their hosting included in their platform, so you don't have to worry about this. So now you have everything you need to go on, create your website, and launch your brand and business. If you have any questions, I'm going to leave a link to a contact form or to my email so you can ask me any questions you have about how to set up or create your own website.